We're going to call the Rules and Open Government Committee meeting to order. We're trying out this new system, so it's going to be a interesting meeting, but we're learning a lot about what we're going to be experiencing in the future. All five members, I don't know where Councilmember Foley just went, but all five members are present, so I don't think we need an official verbal roll call. Let's move on to the first item, which is the agenda for February 28th. We have, so how do we see the screen that you're sharing on this device?
Multimedia?
Oh, back?
No,
Oh, multimedia.
VOD.
Oh, VOD, okay.
And then encoder.
Oh.
Oh yeah, number one down here.
Number one is the hotkey. Oh, number one. Okay. All right, there we go. There's the agenda. So we have closed session at 9:30, the study session at 11, open session at 1:30. We do have an evening session for land use also on the 28th. Consent, looks like there are, there's pages 6 and 7, 8. We have 17 items on consent. Page 9 and 10. Page 11, 12, 13. And there we go. 17 items on consent. Section 3, we have an interview for a member of the Board of Fair Campaign and Political Practices and a contract bid for Tully Road improvements. And then nothing in section 4 or 5. Section 6, community energy procurement and South Bay water recycling bids. Nothing in section 7. Section 8, the weed abatement commencement report. And that's the afternoon session. And then we have a 6 o'clock land use session with land use consent. And looks like 10.2, 10.3, 10.4, and 10.5, although 10.5 is being deferred. So there'll be 3 items after consent on land use. So let's go to public comment.
Blair Beekman.
Hi, Blair Beekman here. Thanks for the meeting today. Thanks for the description from Tony at the beginning of the meeting describing that you're putting a new system in place in some way. Good luck to open accountable practices and how to share that technology with everyday community. I'm interested in item 6.1. That's about the future of procurement authority for community energy. You offer numbers of midterm agreements from 352,900,000 to 412,900,000 in the year 2023. And in 2024, numbers are 337,300,000 to 427,300,000. So there's some sort of tiered system you're working on here that that's a big jump. That's $50, $60 million a year difference. That's a lot. And I think we'll be ready for explanations about this item. There was about $10 million a year in airport contracts for the next 7 years. That was on the agenda yesterday, that it was asked if we can have committee reports on those sort of items in the future, staff reports. Good luck how to do that with these sort of items. And I'm really interested to hear, this is a real pivotal year in 23, what we talk about and develop for ourselves for 24 and 25. I hope the community energy person, Lori Metcalf, she'll want to be very open and descriptive what to really expect in this year and in the next few years. Thanks a lot.
Back to the committee.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Davis.
I thought that, okay. Thank you, Chair. I have one question about the 11 a.m. session. I thought that was going to be a special meeting. Don't we need to notice it as a special meeting if we need to vote on priority setting instead of a study session?
Yes, but we are bringing that agenda next week for approval. So
Okay.
the proper language should be there.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because we weren't able to vote on anything because
Right.
we agendized yesterday's as a study session, but I think this one is a special meeting.
Yeah, and I think they're still working on the language for that, so I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and that one's approved as a separate agenda. It's not part of this agenda. It was just kind of shown in here just to.
But it's
for the matter
noticed
of
in here
time.
too, so I just
Yeah, I
wanted to
guess
make
that's
sure.
true, yeah.
All right, I'll move approval of this agenda.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Foley.
Thank you. Actually, Rob, I have a question for you. We have an evening scheduled for the land use issues, but the agenda doesn't look too lengthy between the start of the general session and the 6 o'clock session. Can we move the land use issues to earlier in the evening or before 6 o'clock? Let me rephrase it. Can we move it to immediately following the other items? Well, that's why I'm asking staff.
Yeah, I believe it is noticed for that time. If you can give me a few minutes, let me text someone on that.
Yeah, we just need to find out. I mean, I don't remember what the rules are for how much notice needs to be given because we still have 2 weeks,
Because
right?
it's that's what I'm thinking. It's 2 weeks.
They're noticed for 6 p.m. Is that
Right,
correct?
they are.
Yeah.
And they have to stay that way.
They
Is
have
that
to
right?
stay that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, looks like there's no other people requesting to speak, so we move to a vote.
For the record, I voted no, just to see if I could change it to yes, and I couldn't. And I know we're live, but I just thought that was an important exercise to do, so I couldn't change it. But my vote is
Okay.
yes,
Okay, so I want to note that although the
or 4.
vote displayed is 4-1, that it's actually 5-1, and it's 5-0, sorry. It's just the new system working out the bugs. That's why we're using this meeting, because you only
Yeah,
have 2 items
well,
to vote on.
I mean, the idea is, actually, it's good to know, like, how do you,
Yes.
if you push the wrong button, is there a way to fix
We
it or
are-
correct it? And so,
We are going to reset that, so you can change that, but we can't, it's not enough time before this meeting.
okay, thank you. Good idea, though, to test that out, Councilmember Jimenez. Okay, so now we're on to today's consent calendar, public comment.
Blair Beekman.
Hi, Blair Beekman here. I wanted to comment on item 6, retroactive approval of African American History Month flag raising ceremony. I wanted to just thank yourselves for this event and for February being, I don't know, African American History Month or Black Awareness Month, maybe also. I'm not sure what exactly to call it, but a celebration of African American culture and Blackness, I suppose. You know, I think it's interesting subject matter that, you know, the work of the African American community in the past, you know, 4 or 5 years has been pretty remarkable, maybe the past 10 years or so. We've kind of put things down a bit, like reimagine and health and human services ideas, and a future where we don't have to so much be considering policing, but health and human services practices, and reimagine that focuses on those concepts, balances, and then focuses on the concepts of health and human services more. In San Jose, there's the RIPS program that's been doing some really good work, that we're just kind of putting that a bit aside at the past few months and years, that I hope we're want to get back into and better understand and reintroduce ourselves to. In LA right now, they have a new African American mayor, Karen Bass, who, with the recent mistakes made by uh, uh, Councilperson De Leon and others, the Hispanic community, she has a real important role at this time to mend fences and help things, which I think she can do. I hope we can take help in that and do well here in San Jose too. Thanks.
All right, no hands raised at this time. Back to the committee.
All right, I'll entertain a motion
Wait.
on the consent calendar.
I'll move approval.
Second.
All right, let's move to a vote. All right, motion carries 5-0. And that brings us to open forum.
Blair Beekman,
And then Blair, before you start, Celia, it looks like Celia, but I can't quite read it. Last name Archibald and Gail Osmer, go ahead and make your way down. Okay, go ahead, Blair.
Hi, thank you. Blair Beekman here. Thanks for the meeting. A very, very quick meeting today. I wanted to comment on yesterday's proceedings. A lot of talk at the study session time about the future of Vision Zero issues. And really interesting was that the public comment in the importance of practicing one in Vision Zero bicycle safety and things. It was mentioned by, usual advocates of bicycle safety, that we do need to consider, what there's new statistics involved basically. And the concepts of homeless are now being counted in Vision Zero deaths. And a very nice public commenter, in all his bicycle concerns, also offered the concepts that we need to better consider what can be programs for the homeless deaths from traffic fatalities that are happening. That Gail Osmer has talked several times, a few times at public comment, what can we be doing for such a subject? And that's how to really better address, the rise in deaths, and because we're counting those things where we didn't before. And that's where a lot of people are concerned that those statistics aren't being used very well and being used in the wrong ways. And in the past few years, we've made a real concerted effort to really do that well. And I don't think we have to fib on those sort of subject matters. We can do it honestly and still ask for the same things in our Vision Zero future. And that's an important thing we have to work out. We haven't fully worked that out yet. Good luck how to do that. And it can be done. And that's the whole important point of the future of accountability within a city. It is the practices of peace and sustainability. It's our better selves. Really want to work towards those things. That's our good future. And if we don't do that, we're not just not building our better future. We're giving into, this whole war system that wants to continue to perpetuate when it doesn't have to. We can develop peace negotiation processes in the Ukraine now. Good luck how we all know we can do this. Let's do that.
Just a minute, Tony. I'm really sorry. I just came back from a sweep at ARCO. Thank you, city, for doing this. I'm sorry, I'm very emotional because people were kicked out of their camps. There were 3 camps, 4 camps. Why? They're going to go back on the street. I've begged you, Sergio, to see if we can stop this, what we can do. I brought one of the unhoused. I've been out there for a week. Home First was not out there, not doing their job. Oh, I'm sorry, they came out today. There's a senior living out there. A senior living out there that Home First just talked to today, the 12th hour. Nobody has sleeping bags, nobody has tents, nobody has anything. Staff from Beautify said, we have tents. I called the big shots at Beautify. Oh no, Home First has tents. Called Home First, they say, no, we don't have that policy. There's no tents to give these people when all their things are left. Being taken. They got a lot of their belongings, but these people are traumatized. There's no place for them to go. And if somebody could go out there, or you can see these abatements, and the mayor wants to continue or start with this transition with the unhoused. You guys need to, I'm sorry, but it's very emotional for me seeing it and my friends and seeing what they're going through when you guys do not go out and see these abatements and see how they're being treated. I know you're busy and I'm not upset with you all, but this is very traumatizing for the unhoused and everybody that lives there. And it's not right. Beautify people tell the cops what to say. The cops tell people to leave. They have to leave with or without their belongings. So they had a whole week and they're making them leave today. Anyway, thank you. I'm sorry I'm emotional.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Hi, I'm Shalia Archibald, and I resigned at the campsite that she was at this morning. I'm really speaking on behalf of my campsite and all the other ones that surround, regardless if it's on the south side or not. It's hard. No, we don't want to live outside. We don't, but we can't make anything different right now. For us to be able to be there 1 minute and the next minute be given abatement, and then they come in with so much force and ugliness, we have no choice but to abide by the rules. I just want us to, my friends and all, and every other homeless person around here, to have a fair chance. Something, an opportunity to give us incentives to do some things. I don't know how to say it. I just know that it's not fair the way we're being treated. And if we're not messing with no one and we're keeping everything up and cleaned and everything, I don't see what's the problem. I don't. And if it is a really problem, then could you help us some kind of way? That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Back to council.
Well, thank you so much for the public comment and for addressing us about the issue today. That brings us to adjournment. Thank you for a quick meeting today.